The Voice recap. Gwen Stefani tears up multiple times during emotional playoff performances. The playoffs have begun on The Voice. Because there are no more steals or saves, the singers stepped up big time on night one of the playoffs, showing the growth and progress they've made since the blind auditions. The lack of lifelines meant there was intense pressure on the coaches, who must end the dreams of more than half of their team members, to make the right decision before the top 8 live shows kick off. Tuesday's episode focused exclusively on Team Gwen and her 5 singers, Jose Luis, Jake Tankersley, Gabrielle Zaboski, Jan Dan, and Sydney Sterlace. Coach Gwen Stefani recruited MGK, aka Machine Gun Kelly, to advise her team as the 5 contenders put the finishing touches on their playoff performances. Emotions ran high for Stefani, who teared up several times over the course of the episode, facing the reality of saying goodbye to 3 of her singers ahead of the top 8 live shows. How Team Gwen matched up. Jose Luis took the stage first, performing a different version of No More Drama by Mary J. Blige. His unique, gospel-inspired rendition, featuring incredible runs and high notes, impressed all the coaches. That was some playoff singing at the highest level, Snoop Dogg said, commending him for making Blige's hit his song. Jake Tankersley followed Luis's performance with a stirring cover of The Painter by Cody Johnson. By the end of the song, Tankersley was filled with emotion and he nearly got choked up, impressing the coaches. Stefani said Tankersley's strength was the authenticity that came through in his performance. You could see it on stage. Gabrielle Zaboski sang a piano version of Listen to Your Heart by Roxette, and during rehearsals, MGK advised her to be more one with the song and less in her head. Be consumed in this. This is life or death, he said. Although Zaboski's playoff performance was rocky, with her nerves getting the best of her, Reba McEntire was hopeful about her future. Once you marry that voice of yours and what comes out of your eyes, you're going to be unstoppable. Jan Dan selected Kansas, Dust in the Winds for his playoff song, and his unconventional selection surprised everyone, including Stefani and MGK. He has that super odd recipe that you wouldn't think go together, MGK observed during rehearsals. It's like jalapenos and ice cream, but he's making it work. It's weird. His R&B take on the Kansas classic worked to his benefit, and his performance moved Stefani to tears. He's a painter with his voice, she said of Dan, whom she called her wild card. Last but not least, Sydney Sterlace took the stage to perform Betty by Taylor Swift. Even though Sterlace is 15 years old, MGK was visibly impressed by her vocal abilities in the run-through. She has all the checks of what you need in a singer. On the playoff stage, Michael Bublé was blown away by her voice, while Snoop continued to hype up Sterlace, declaring she had strong enough vocals to win the whole show. Stefani credited Sterlace's instincts, maturity, and what she brings under the pressure tells me she's going to go far. He's too unique, Stefani said of moving Dan to the live shows. He has so much taste, and he has such a perspective that I want to give him that opportunity to share that with America in the live shows. Stefani's decision to keep Sterlace was just a gut feeling, she admitted, after almost crying while making her selection. She moves me. She gets on that stage, and I want to see more. The playoffs continue. We're in for a wild ride with Team Reba and Team Snoop up next. McEntire confessed she was already dreading the experience after seeing Stefani go through a roller coaster of emotions. The Voice journey continues, with the live shows just around the corner.